everybody, Jeanette Espino with the Imperial Valley Mesa program. We are responsible for the glider rules for the past few years. We wanted to make this video because we've heard a few differences in the way that it is being judged. So hopefully this video will clear everything up. We're going to show you exactly what the setup needs to be, as well as some tips for it to be more successful. Okay, we are first going to show you how we attach the adapters onto the table. This is very, very important. These adapters are made specifically for the measurements of the table that we have labeled on the rules. It's the COSCO Costco table from Walmart. If you are not using this table, your leg adapters are not going to fit on it properly, and it could cause the table to be wobbly and not be stable. As you notice, it's a tight fit and it needs to be that way. Please remember to print your leg adapters and the launching adapter yearly because they do undergo just a few changes every time. Here we are showing you the launching adapter, how to thread it correctly. We have also added some wording to it. It says this side up so that you know how to attach it correctly. But here is the rubber band. And these are the materials that we use for judging. As you can see, the rubber band and the clamps linked in the rules. We have a measuring tape. We also have a variety of tools that we use to tighten up the clamps, which we will show you in a second. You can use a crescent wrench, pliers, a wrench with a socket, and we will demonstrate that in the next clip. We will now demonstrate how we attach the clamps. First, by hand, we're going to tighten them up. We're showing you how to place the rubber band. Continue to tighten those up. And now using the measuring tape, we are going to make sure that those are centered off the table 2 feet apart. Once it's in the correct location, we tighten up a little bit more with the hands to make sure it's not going to move. And then we come in with a tool. Like I said, there are many different types of wrenches that you can use to really, really tighten it up to make sure that that's not going to move. We did not show this in the prior clip, but reminder that your table will have 2 rubber bands and only 2 rubber bands on it. One will have the optional adapter and one will not have the adapter. So the student gets to choose if they want to use it or not. If they are not using the adapter, that portion of the rubber band you could bring down over the table. Reminder, if they are not using the adapter, they need to use both segments of the rubber band in their launch per the rules. Okay, now the measuring of the obstacle, or where the obstacle is placed. As you notice that we are starting from the front edge of the table and we are going to go down 17 feet. The obstacle, which is 10 feet in width and 5 feet tall, is then placed right at the center. You will then see this glider that is flying over the obstacle. Per the rules, the glider must fly over the obstacle. It has to clear it at the 10 feet. Once it does clear that, if it flies over 5 feet to the right or 5 feet to the left, that is a valid flight. From there, we will take the measurements, and those will be taken perpendicular to the launching mechanism and the glider's first touch point. Okay, so I think this is one of the biggest issues that we've heard from some of you, and we tried to solve this as inexpensive and as easy as possible for all of you. We found this bag at Home Depot. It costs $5. And so we are, straightening it out a little bit or making it equal. And then we're just going to attach it to the table, and we'll show you how we do that. Again, this is just an example of how you can weigh your table down. There's many options that you could use. This was the easiest for us. And if you're on a slippery surface, that makes it not move back anymore. We're demonstrating how we would be launching here. And again, it's working here. You could use it on the grass as well. We are then also showing you how it could be used on a gym floor. We do have another option if you know definitely you will be only on a gym floor where you would not have to use a heavy bag like this, and we will demonstrate that next. These are some very simple suction cups. These are on the rules. Your leg adapters, this year's version, have this hole on the bottom where you're simply adding glue, and you could use any glue that you'd like. And then the suction cup is then attached just like that. And then the leg adapters with the suction cups are put on the table, and it does the same thing as the bag did. So this is specifically for a gym floor. We've tested it and it works perfectly. So these are some options. Again, I've heard kids are under the table, holding the table. That is not a safe solution, or other people holding it. These are two very simple options for you to use. And that was all. We tried to be as specific as we could with everything. I hope this is helpful for everybody. Reminder that next year will be year 3 of this specific challenge. If anybody after year 3 has a fresh idea on a new launcher or something else, we will talk about it then. Thank you.